If you want to increase your sales on Amazon, follow what I'm about to share with you right now. This is Amazon Marketing 101. Three things we need to understand: impressions, click-through rate, and conversion rates. All of these affect one another in overall improving your sales velocity and your organic visibility on the platform. So if your sales aren't growing on Amazon, one of these things isn't working. You have low impressions, low click-through rate, or low conversions, or it's a combination of all three. And we need to figure out what the solution is. So how do we get more impressions? Pretty simple. SEO, PPC, DSP, external traffic. SEO, optimize your listing fully, your title, bullet points, A+ content, backend terms, everything with keywords you know are relevant enough for your product so Amazon can match you to the right customers. Because if you aren't even indexed for a keyword, Amazon can't even track that this keyword is relevant for you, so you will have a lack of search volume on it. Now, DSP is one thing. We need PPC to fund that growth and overall get more traffic by running paid advertising. This is one of the most important things, SEO and PPC. Because PPC, you can spend on a keyword and put your product in front of the right customers. So the number one issue, if you are not getting enough impressions, either your listing is not fully optimized or you're not running enough campaigns or specific enough campaigns to target your right audience. Now, once we are getting enough impressions, the next thing is how can we get them to click on our listing instead of the competition? So we need to make sure we can maximize our click-through rate. And how do we do this? First thing is the main image. So your main image is so important because that's the number one thing customer sees when they look at your product versus the competitors. So we need to make sure our main image stands out. You know, we're selling the value. We're showing the bundles. We're showing everything in our main image to show, wow, like this is the value that I'm getting for clicking this product or buying this product. Now, the next thing people look at is your price. If your price is not competitive enough in the market, it's going to be very hard to get more customers. So first look at, are you competitive enough, right? Are we, a premium option, so price it as a premium option? Are we a low ticket, so price it as low ticket? But you never want to be in that middle ground because then the customer doesn't know whether this is a high ticket or a low ticket. So you always want to be, between that market average pretty much. Now, these three things right here help so much for getting a click. That's your reviews, your star rating, and your badges. So reviews obviously is the more reviews you have, the more clicks you're going to get because customers trust the validity that you have a good product. Now, ratings is obviously you want to have a good quality product. So if you have a 3.5 star rating, you're not going to get as much clicks compared to a 4.3, 4.4. So we need to maximize that always at all times. Next thing is Amazon badges, right? So Amazon's choice badge, number one bestseller badge, new release badge. These are all things to get more clicks. So these are the next things we want to double down and see if we can achieve, right? Because these really help us get the click instead of a competitor. And the last thing is discounts and coupons. You always want to have these on your listing to even incentivize it. And the good thing is a lot of people don't even apply it, but you want to just get the click, right? So we can run a lot of discounts, subscribe and save, 10% off, anything to get them to click onto our listing. Now, none of this matters if we can't convert a customer because Amazon is a sales velocity platform. You get rewarded for how good your impressions are, your click-through rate, and your conversions because they want to make more money from you. And that's how they push your listing to the top of the search results, right? So we need to get our conversions up. Now, what do we do with the conversions? Obviously, your images and infographics and videos need to really sell the benefit to your customer. Why they should buy your product. What are the benefits? What's the use case? What problem are you solving? We need to really showcase that ideally as visually as possible to the customer. And alongside that, we need to make sure our copy reflects exactly what we mean. So sell the benefits and the outcomes that they get, not exactly what the intangible specifics are. They need to know what is the outcome of getting your product, whether it's better skincare, better health, longevity, whatever your product is selling, make sure you are always selling the benefit. And lastly, they will always look at your reviews and bundles. Think about it. Last time you bought a product on Amazon, you probably read the reviews or even like the top reviews, right? So we need to make sure we are adjusting all of these reviews, we're cutting out all the negative ones, we're addressing causes and concerns, and even adding bundle options, right? Because we're trying to maximize the lifetime value of each customer. So now let's assume we're getting the sales. So when we get sales on Amazon, we increase our keyword ranking, right? Our bestseller rank goes up. Amazon shows us to more customers, we have a higher chance of getting more organic sales, right? And what does that do? Our impressions get better because we're not overspending on Amazon PPC. We're getting higher clicks, we're getting more organic visibility. So this means our impressions performance gets better. Now, your click-through rate. What does this mean for your click-through rate? This also goes up because now at this point, your listing is appearing higher on the search results and customers automatically think this is a really good listing. So they'll click at a higher rate and that means your conversions will go up because you're getting more clicks now. 5 to 10% more clicks from customers who will then convert at the same level. And that feeds back into your organic ranking so you get more organic sales. You see how everything is directly tied to each other? Once all three of these are working consistently, you will see an increase in sales in no time, and not even increase in sales, in more organic sales without relying too much on PPC ads. If you need help scaling on Amazon, hit the learn more button down below or click the link in the bio and my team will make that audit for you.